welcome back. I've been away for a couple of weeks and just got back into Australia a week ago, almost exactly a week ago. And the tank has been sitting cycling with its filter. I came back I should have taken a video when I first got back. The substrate, the rocks were in pristine condition. They had not changed. They had not even budged. There was no algae, hair algae, green algae, coralline algae. There was zero algae. And I was thinking, oh, maybe this brown stage would have come while I was away. So the tank has been sitting with the water and the rock work and everything since late October. It is nearly the end of December. It's December 27th, and still no invertebrates, no fish, no coral, nothing. I wanted to be patient. The patience gets to you after a little while, but I'm still pushing through. But what I did do when I got home was, because I was like, there must be something happening in here. I did find some sneaky eeny weeny weeny, like the most tiniest little brittle starfish in there. They look like little octopus. As soon as the light got put on or a torch got shone in there, these little legs would all of a sudden scamper around and they disappear into the rockwork. So I had a look, and they've got the 5 really fine little tentacle looking arms on them with a little disc in the center. They're probably no bigger than my little finger. It's like tiny when spread out, like just visible. So they're in the tank. I was worried that they'd die while I'd be gone, because there wasn't really anything happening in the tank. I was worried there'd be no food source for them. I might have just put a tiny little dissolved cube of brine shrimp, baby brine shrimp, just a little bit got through into the water. It could have kept them alive. I had done phytoplankton the weeks leading up to it. So there's always someone that wants to interrupt. Phytoplankton were in there, so maybe that's what kept them alive. But when I got back, I did shine a torch in there, and after a few nights, I started spotting them again. So there's at least 3 in there. And where there's bristle stars, apparently you need to have a bristle worm. So I have found one really little one. It was like a little centipede looking in size, so very tiny. The only thing they can come in on was my salt water. So the salt water is harvested from Port Phillip Bay here in Victoria in Australia. So they must be coming in as tiny micro-sized bristle stars and bristle worms, or whether it's a larvae or an egg. I'm still trying to understand it all. But the rockwork, and I doubt it could have come from the shell grit base. So the only thing I can put it down to is the water. So I'm getting free everything. Copepods, arthropods? I've got to reread that. They're like the little ones that look like little tiny fleas crawling around. They're actually very visible. I can see them. They look almost like a little ant scurrying around on the rockwork. So they're in there. The copepods I put in that were floating around in the water, they appear to be gone. They may be in the tank, they're just maybe gone to the substrate, or they might be in the filter. I have still not cleaned out the filter, not once. So I may attempt to do a quick filter floss clean on it. It still looks pretty clean at this stage, so I haven't opened that canister filter up full stop. There is time. I'm going to be doing it a lot, I'm guessing. But when I turned on the lights, I did a full day of light for a couple of days, and I did fast track the brown stage. So currently the tank, I feel like it's doing its job. It's really hitting its marks with where it should be at this stage. So I've got some of my readings that I did for the tank here. That's all in reverse. On the 25th of October, my pH was sitting at 8.2, my alkalinity at 7, my nitrate at 0.5, nitrate at what looked like 50, I think the 50. Look, I'm still new, I'm trying to work it out. And 2 for ammonia. So that was back in late October. Then I have got early November. Oh, my salinity's always hit around 35. My pH was 8. My KH was at 1.07, I believe. Nitrate was at 50. Nitrite was at 1, and my ammonia was between 0.2 to 0.4. I am now in December. Ooh, just trying to find my next lot of notes. So my notes for December 21st. So the day I got off a flight at 5:45 a.m. and I've been flying all night. And of course, what do? I do my washing, throw all the things in that needed washing, and I did a pH. I did my reef testing. Like, who does that? I had not gone to sleep properly, so I believe I tested properly. It felt like it took me hours to do it. I was so tired. 21st of December, which was a week ago. pH is 8.2. My KH was at, or my alkalinity, it was at 1.79. My nitrate was between 2 to 5. My nitrite was down to 0. Yes. Ammonia was at 0. Salinity at 35. And my phosphorus, well, I was using a, what are they called? The little green box ones. Oh my God. I am tired. I haven't had a sleep in yet since at all. It's been more than a week. I'm waiting for that one sleep in, and that's happening tomorrow. Between Christmas and going straight back into work, Boxing Day, I had Christmas here yesterday, Boxing Day here in Australia. It's been a bit chaotic. So my phosphorus was showing 71, but it could be 55 or it could be 53. Because I have a lot of different notes there, and it was the first time that I'd used that green Hannah checker. That's what I was trying to think of. I'd never used a Hannah checker before, and I think I just need more patience. I just need to give it a go on a day that I just haven't spent forever testing all the other vials. So I might even take it into my local and just ask them, am I doing it right or wrong? I know they're pretty self-explanatory, and it was just that it kept showing different levels. So yeah, maybe I'll try that tomorrow, and I'll take a sample to the local fish store and see if they have anything else to say about the odd levels going up and down. So at the moment there's nothing in there apart from my bristle starfish and my bristle worm. So I think life is looking good. Oh, and all those little copepody type things crawling around on the rockwork. So this is the latest update for my reef tank, and I'll turn the camera around and you can have another quick glance. It's got no light on it, so except for the ceiling lights that are above, so it's not the best lighting. But anyway, nice to be back, and I am so excited about finally being able to do something more with this tank. So I've been a patient girl over here, September, all the way through to end of December. So it's feeling like it's time to get 1 or 2 special new additions into my very first reef tank. Thanks, bye. So this tank is four-sided, so it's going to be views everywhere from every single side of this tank. Don't mind me while I roll around on my little wheeling chair. There's a lot of reflections going on here, but I love how the water just has that shimmer. Can't wait for some good lights, some good wave makers, and some beautiful livestock to go in here and start watching it develop into a really beautiful tank. Hello, it's the next day. I think it's the 28th of December. Yeah, same top. I have just come back from my local fish shop or fish store, Nature Pets and Aquariums that's one of my locals. It's one that I tend to buy all my regular aquatic plants, all my different selection of things I've bought over the last few years. For my freshwater aquariums, that's my local. I actually even do sell my freshwater angelfish, bristlenose catfish, Corydoras to them. So I am a very small scale supplier of angelfish and bristlenose catfish to that aquarium. And yeah, a lot of the other ones in the area are currently closed because they're taking off from Christmas Eve through to the New Year. So back to where I go all the time, one of my favorite second homes outside of my own aquariums. So I've gone in and I've managed to buy some snails. So I've got a conch snail or sand sifting snail in here, and I don't know why, I just didn't take the photo of the name of them. Anyway, I'm going to try and get the proper botanical, I call them botanical names because I've got a horticultural background, but yeah, they're official names of these little guys. There is a, they're all just, I'm acclimating them, so currently they're in the bag acclimating to the water temperature, and hopefully I can put them in the tank shortly. They've been in for about 10 minutes. It's lunchtime, so I just had some lunch, and I'll keep acclimating them, drip watering, putting some drips of water through a turkey baster, and I'm just giving them a little bit at a time, just so that they can adapt to whatever my tank differences might be to what the store actually got them at. But they're my first paid bought, yeah, roommates for the new tank. So hopefully they do their job in trying to clean some of the floor and the rock work. They're the new little workers for this tank, so I'm sure they'll have a good home in here, and hopefully they'll do well. And they are the first of the official cleanup crew outside of the copepods that I put in about 2 months ago. So yeah, things are changing. I was almost going to buy some ocellaris today, but I thought I better just start with this. Oh, I've just lost the dropper. It's just fallen in the tank. I wanted to give the snails a chance to adapt in this tank first, make sure they survive and they're doing really well, and then I'll get the fish I think next week. But anything's possible. I may change my mind. I might be taking some bristlenose into the store during the week, and if I do that, I get a store credit and might use that towards buying my first clownfish. But yeah, I just want them to be perfect. So if I don't find that they're the right fit for my tank, because I want them to be in here for a very long time, I'm not just going to put any type of clownfish or any fish in. So I just want them, each fish is going to be chosen exactly for what they need to be doing in the tank and for their looks, but also their temperament, and also for the reason that they're in there is to make a good biodiversity for the tank. So fingers crossed, in the next week I may have some Ocellaris catfish in the tank as well. Thanks guys. Oh, I did buy a light, so I'll put a video up in a moment of what lighting I've just purchased. Obviously no corals, so no need for the light, but I just want everything to begin being ready to go. So once they get the light on and some wave makers, I feel like I'm ready to go. Foot's on the pedal, I'm gonna go forward. Thanks. So I was going to show you the light. It's the fluval Reef. This particular one, it says it's 2500K, 32 watt. It's big enough to do my tank in its size. It's customizable with the color spectrum. It's got preset environments, programmable 24-hour light cycle. Lumens, where's the lumens? I don't think it has the lumens written on it, but it's the fluval 32 watt fluval Reef for LED. So I know it, I'm a newbie in this marine reef keeping, so I just wanted to start with something that's not going to blow my budget, because I still have wave makers and other things that need to be purchased. So yeah, there's only so much I can purchase each week, and I just want to do a little bit at a time. Yeah, this will probably end up needing to have quite a lot of backup light, but currently I'm not looking at SPS, I'm looking at LPS, soft corals, mushrooms, other types of coral that don't require quite as heavy lighting or deep lighting as what I will be looking to do. But if things change and I have to adapt, I will change my lighting to suit what corals I'm doing, or maybe I just don't get the corals that need the full radiant lights and all the big, you know, reef lighting that all you big guys out there that have been doing this for a very long time will be using. But with all the different settings, I believe it's going to work for me. I think there's the apps and things like that, so I can upload the app and do a few. I'm not very good with scheduling lights and things like that. I'm used to old school timers, but obviously it's a bonus when you can have something that is ready to go and you can just play around on your phone to adjust things. And if I happen to be away for a day or two, the people who are looking after the tank don't have to sort of stress out about lighting. So I'll get used to it, I'll work it out, I'll try and film me setting it up. And currently the canister filter is sitting down here. I've just been and bought an extra 25 litre salt water again from the aquarium, so that when I need to start doing water changes, I can just dump the old water out and put some new water in. I'll just probably give you a little look at the filter. Currently looks like it's working away pretty hard in there. So the water's flowing through the filter media, which is the filter floss, and then into this heater drum. So the heater's in here right now. It's set at 25. I might just nudge it up a bit now because I've been away for a couple of weeks. I didn't want to, oh, that's just changed it. I didn't want to overheat the tank while there was nothing in there, and there was no point putting on power for something that was not needed. So now that the little, yeah, now I've got some snails, and I'm going to just put it up to a little bit of a water level that they, a temperature they're happy with. And yeah, we'll see how things start shooting off in this tank. But currently the canister's been going really well. You can't even hear it. The only thing you can hear is probably all my other tanks on the other side of the room, or the outlets making noise. Otherwise it's super quiet. The actual filter itself is super quiet, but the wave or the outputs, obviously where the noise comes from. It's a nice sound. I love the sound of water moving. So if I was to switch one of these down, the other one becomes a lot more intense, obviously, because there's one direction of water rather than two, but I'm keeping it two, and it's keeping the surface level looks really clean. Everything's looking good inside the tank. It's very clear. Obviously no light. There's no light on this tank currently. And when I get fish, I will look at, I'll get some egg crates, because that's what I use on my fresh water to stop them jumping. And it allows some airflow getting through as well. Currently I'm just using a big thick piece of glass just to help with evaporation and just splash. Because this glass door out the back here is separating up the house a little bit, so I don't want water splashing onto the back window. So currently the only gaps I've got in this tank are here, just this little gap here, and the little gap through here to the back. So I can get crates and cut the crate to suit around the outlets, and that's what I do with my other fish tanks. I just, because they're plastic crates, can cut the little squares out in the right spots, and then that way there's no escapees out through the top of the lid. But with the level being a bit lower, I'm going to have to learn who likes jumping and who likes staying in their own tank. So I know any fish can jump out of the water when they need to, or when they want to, or if they're scared, they might be, you know, might want to jump because they're being chased around by something a little bit bigger. So even the smallest of fish I've found in the years past, like if I even leave the tiniest gap, I have had angelfish, big size angelfish, jump through the tiniest little cracks. So it's obviously when they're fighting and having their arguments amongst themselves. I've had other fish jump out, Siamese algae eaters, which are like little whales of fish. They've even jumped out of the smallest cracks. So I'm very accustomed to keeping fish in tanks, but because there's no fish in here, there is a few gaps. So the gaps will not be here once the first fish are in here. And I don't think the snails are going to be wanting to get out of here. There's plenty in there for them to do, plenty of cleaning. And yeah, they're currently trying to acclimate in this little bag. Anyway, I can't wait to get them out. The the little eyes that are poking out are the cutest thing ever. I'll turn the camera around. Like, look at those little eyes. They're so cute. There's like an eye there. Oh my gosh, sorry, the camera's... It's like this little eye. There's a tiny little eye just there. So he's got two little, oh, look at that barb. No wonder we get told to be careful in rock pools, because look at that barb, the way it just sticks out there. We'll be super careful getting these guys out. Oh, there's the other snail. Oh, look at their little tentacles, like their little antennae type things coming out. They're wondering where they are. So there's two of these guys, and just the one of the sand sifters for now. So just starting small. I love it. I can't wait to see it in its proper state on the sand bed. It's not quite sand, it's like a shell grit, but it's going to have a good amount of cleaning to do, lots of little spots to go through, and I think enough algae in here to get them through for their first week or two. I might just film these guys for a little bit longer, because it might be the only time I get to really see them properly. Because once I'll be able to see the snails on the glass when they're up and around, but this little guy here, or girl, or I'm not even sure if they, anyway, I just want to have a little look at its anatomy and things, because look at it, it's sort of, it's got like the foot here, that really long jagged barb. I'm gonna have to be careful if anyone wants to look after these when I'm not around, because I don't want anyone thinking that's a cool thing to pick up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn a lot about these little guys. They're super cute. Like those little just checking out his surroundings, that's for sure. This one's just, this one's got a little, somebody came for a ride on this one. Oh, what's on there? So this is a tiny little snail. It went for a ride on the biggest snail. But I am not too sure if this snail is covered in aptasia. What time's gonna tell, hey? Oop. It's probably got tiny aptasia growing on it. Not something I want to have in a tank. I didn't know if you could dip snails, because I just didn't want to cause any issues to their health, but probably should read more about dipping snails.